Did I do anything fun while I was on vacation? Actually, I did. So I went back home to South Africa. Went to check up on, it was just fun. I went to check on my, the foundation. Went to catch up with my people. And it's funny because every time I go home, people always shout at me about going home, which is a weird thing. So I'll get home and then at the border, literally at customs, the woman was she's like, Trevor, when are you coming home? And I was like, I'm home. She's like, no, but when are you coming home? And I was like, but I'm here right now. You're holding my passport. She's like, no, that doesn't count, Trevor. That doesn't count, Trevor. We miss you. Then I'm like, but it's not like you saw me. It's not like I was just running around in the streets every day. She's like, no, Trevor, come home. I'm like, I'm home. But then what was crazy and amazing was I was in Cape Town, and then a friend of mine called me and said, yo, Trevor, what are you doing? And I said, I'm waiting. I'm going to go to an event later today. And he's like, oh, because the president wants to meet you. So I was like, the president of what? No, because I just didn't assume that the president, I was like, could be the president of this company, the president of the Students Association, I don't know. So I'm like, which president? And he's like, the president of the country. Then I was like, what did I do? What did I? He's like, no, he just wants to he wants you to come and say hi. So he wants you to come to to the presidential, the presidential homestead in Cape Town and just come and say hi. I was like, okay. And so then I was with my friends and I was like, guys, come, we got to go do this thing. And my friends were like, all right, let's roll. And then they rolled with me, but I didn't tell them what it was. And I didn't realize in the moment that I didn't tell them what it was. So my friend's wearing a hoodie, my other friend's wearing a free t-shirt. And I'm wearing a suit because I'm going to another event. And then we get there, and then they're like, "What are we here to pick up?" And then I say to the person at the counter, I'm like, "Oh, we're here to see the president." And then my friend's like, "Dude, I'm wearing a hoodie." And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry that I forgot to tell you where we were going." And so then we went in, and then we met the president, and he was just very cool. It was just and then my friend, he apologized. He's like, I'm so sorry, Mr. President. I did not know. I was meeting a president today. That's why I'm dressed like this. And then the president was cool. He's like, no. He's like, I didn't know I was meeting you guys. That's why I'm dressed like this. And it was cool. He was nice about it. And then just out of nowhere, the president was like, Trevor, he's like, what are you doing now? He's like, come with me to Parliament. I want to introduce you. So he takes me, to our Congress and to Parliament, and he's just like, just come with me. And so he's like, walk with me. And now you're on the presidential power walk. And I'm like, just what do you do on this walk? And he's like, you just act like you're thinking of serious things. And so I'm walking next to him the whole time, and I'm just like, yes, nuclear war, immigration, unemployment. And so we walked together, and then we get to Parliament, and then when we got there, he introduced, and it was one of the most surreal moments because it's one of those things that you take for granted because it happens gradually in life. But I genuinely just had to breathe a few days afterwards and be like, yo, you were in Parliament, and the president of your country was like, hey, give a round of applause to Trevor Noah. He's giving back to the country, and we love him. And literally in that moment, I was sitting there, and I was like, God damn, where is my history teacher now? What?